Okay, putting it out there, I am not the biggest New Japan fan. There are no New Japan matches on this list because I haven't seen many. So, yeah, sorry. Hello and welcome to FTTR. I am Hugh McQuaid. It is the end of the year. It is end of the year list time, which means I am starting off with my matches of the year. My lovely list of 10. List of 10 matches of the year. My favourites that I've noted throughout. They are saved on my phone. What my favourite matches are. Shall we just get straight into it? You know how this works. My opinion. Please don't judge me. At number 10, we have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match from Money in the Bank. I thought this outclassed the Royal Rumble completely this year. I thought this was phenomenal. They had such great moves, such great athletes in there, and a great winner when Big E won. I thought some of the spots were insane. Yeah, there's nothing else to say than this was just unbelievable carnage that I'll continue to watch through many years to come. Number 9, we have Bound for Glory, the triple threat, Steve Maclin versus Trey Miguel versus El Phantasmo for the X Division Championship. This match blew my mind. For some reason, I don't know why, out of all the Impact matches I've seen this year, this one was the one that really stuck in my head. And the one spot that I can remember just straight away is Maclin spearing, I believe, Trey Miguel through the ropes while he's doing a handspring. That blew my mind. And if something can blow my mind, it's going to be on my year-end list. And sort of the chemistry between these three was really good. It really highlighted the X Division and what they can bring to the table. And yeah, it got me hooked on Impact. Coming in at number 8, we have Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. This match was history making as much as they like to shove it down our throats. It really was. It was a great main event to an overall great show. I thought night 1 of WrestleMania was really fun. This match it was an NXT match in the main event of WrestleMania, in my opinion. And I think both women did terrifically well with everything they were given. And it was a really great moment with Bianca picking up the win and being crowned women's champion. Coming in at number 7, we have the other great match from WrestleMania, the one that just out-edged. Let's go with out-edged, because it is Edge versus Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns in a triple threat match for the Universal Championship. I really enjoyed this. I really did. I thought it was a great triple threat, and it worked so well together. I mean, Daniel Bryan is on top form this year, and so is Edge, so is Roman. This was the peak, it feels like the peak, of the Tribal Chief storyline when he was at his absolute dirt worst as a baddie. And those guys just working together, some of the dual spots, the crossface mixed with the yes lock, pinning both guys at the end. I thought it was terrific. Coming in at number 6, you're going to hear this man's name a lot on this list. It is Bryan Danielson versus Minoru Suzuki from the Rampage buy-in when they went up against SmackDown. I loved this match. I think this is Suzuki's best performance in AEW, outshining the Jon Moxley match. Man, they worked hard and stiff, and this was violent and showed everything Minoru Suzuki can do in the ring in AEW, and I absolutely loved every second of it. I love Bryan Danielson in AEW, and yeah, this was flawless to me. I absolutely loved it. Coming in at number 5, a match I would never have expected to be on my top 10 end of the year list if you'd have told me at the start of the year, but that is a match from Crown Jewel, Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. Now, maybe I've just got a thing for triple threats this year, but oh my god, I thought these women worked so well together, and it was just non-stop action after non-stop action. They were countering They were working over each other. Becky Lynch being a dastardly heel, Sasha sort of being the tweener in there, and Bianca Belair being the babyface. I thought the dynamic was great. I thought every woman looked great coming out of this as well. And I think it managed to elevate all 3 stars in a women's division that is not the best. So this triple threat to me, even though probably not a lot of people watched it because it was on a Saudi Arabia show, I think is worth checking out if you really want to see some great women's wrestling. Here we go. Number 4, big one. Well, is it the big one? They're all big ones, aren't they? The Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers at All Out inside a steel cage. Easily probably the best steel cage match of the last 10 years, maybe even including Hell in a Cell in that. This was just iconic because there's so many spots here that I can remember. The Mexican standoff super kicks, the thumbtack in the boot. It's madness. The Lucha Brothers entrance, everything about this was great, and the near falls at the end were just terrific. They were fantastic, absolutely fantastic, and I can't fault anyone in this match because they were perfect, and they created an iconic match in the history of AEW. And rounding off the Bryan Danielson trilogy that I've got in my list, my favourite Danielson match of the year was Bryan Danielson versus Eddie Kingston. This was hard hitting and brutal, and it just told a terrific story of Eddie Kingston's perseverance and the underdog fire that he's got, and just the burning anger within him, and Bryan Danielson just trying to overcome all that. I thought it was phenomenal. It was honestly captivating television. Easily it is my 3rd favourite match of the year. And yeah, I can't say enough good things about this, particularly about Bryan Danielson. Thank you, sir, for this year. Coming in at number 2, we have CM Punk, Eddie Kingston at Full Gear. This match, from the opening bell, when he does the spinning back fist and just knocks Punk straight on his arse. Oh my god, it was magic. And just the fire and the hatred, Punk being busted open. It only went about 13 minutes, something like that, but they managed to cram so much good stuff into this, so much great storytelling, so much history into this one match that, yeah, it's just nothing else can be said about this. This was a classic match, but it was outclassed on that very show by 2 other guys. Coming in at number 1, we have Darby Allin versus MJF at Full Gear. This match blew me away. I wasn't expecting this one. When they opened the show, I wasn't expecting this match to be match of the night, let alone my match of the year. But both guys told just a simple story about being beaten by a headlock takeover. And they worked so well in Darby Allin trying to out-wrestle MJF trying to out-high-fly Darby Allin. And both men just sort of doing this Joker Batman thing where one is just the nemesis, the other, and they're just connected in such a way that they can tell a beautiful story just through chain wrestling. Like, what? This is MJF and Darby Allin. You'd expect, dastardly heel shenanigans or hardcore spots, but they told just an incredibly perfect wrestling story in this ring with a perfect finish of the diamond ring into the headlock takeover. Both guys looked amazing coming out of this. So yeah, that is my match of the year. And there we have it. My list that I've created over this year. There are a few honourable mentions and one big asterisk on this list. The asterisk being I have not yet seen Hangman Page versus Bryan Danielson. Maybe that would be on my list, but I've got to record this at some time. I've got to do it now. So yes, that is that one. A few honourable mentions that I would like to throw out there. Kenny Omega versus Pac versus Orange Cassidy at Double or Nothing, I thought was terrific. I'm a big lover of Bobby Lashley versus Kofi Kingston at Money in the Bank. I loved that one. What are the ones that I have on my list that I never... There must have been some. Oh, pretty much all of NXT. Sorry about that. The Ilya Dragunov Volta match. I have a personal soft spot for the Fatal 5-Way at TakeOver in Your House, I believe. Anything else on here that I've left off? Andrade Pac as well. Really love that series. But yeah, end of year, matches of the year. Let me know your matches of the year down in the comments below and I'll try and reply to every single one of them. Thank you all ever so much for your support and have a nice day.